Hey guys, my name is Zaya. I'm doing an exclusive hands-on with the Note Edge for GizBot. I'm going to go through some demos for you guys. I'll do the action memo as well as a screen write and a little bit about the sidebar on the 2.5D glass for the Note Edge. The screen size of the Note 4 is about 5.6 inches. It is, of the Edge rather, it is going to have a 32 gigabyte capacity, 7.35 gigabytes of which is internal memory. It's going to run on the Android operating system 4.4.4. It's got a 3.7 gigahertz processor, and it's also running on the Snapdragon 805 processor. The screen is a Quad HD Super AMOLED, and the battery life will go from 0% to 50% in approximately 30 minutes. It also has the ultra power saving mode, so if you were to turn the phone on ultra power saving mode at 10% battery life, the phone would last approximately an additional 24 hours. Availability on the Note Edge is going to be November 14th, which is this Friday. I'm going to bring up the action memo, or the air command wheel, which is going to be used with the S Pen. So when I hover the pen over the screen, you should be able to see a reticule, and when I click the S Pen button, the air command wheel will pop out. What's really convenient about this is it allows you to utilize a lot of activities really fast, you could say. We'll go to the action memo over here on the left, and when I go ahead and click on it, what you're going to see is the notepad populate. At this point, what I'm going to do is I'll write something very simple that I'm going to take a note on. Say, for example, I'm in a conference call and I'm taking information down. I'll go ahead and write down San Jose. Now, normally we have the pen over here, the eraser over here, and over here what we have called is link to action. When I click on this icon, what you're going to see here is my handwriting was highlighted. On the left-hand side, all the way up to the right, it has various icons. If I was to write a phone number, I could call it, save it as a contact, I could text it, I could email it, I can Google search if it's an interest, which technically San Jose is, or if I populate over here, it'll click on Google Maps, it'll show me San Jose in the sidebar up here. So here we have the action memo which takes us to San Jose based on my link to action. Now what I can do from here as an example is if I go ahead and click on the air command button, you'll see screen write. I can click right here, it'll take a screenshot of anything that I'm looking at on the screen physically. At this point, what you'll notice is a couple of commands that you can do. So I'm going to click on the pen type up here, and I can change the variation. I can make it into a pencil, I can use an ink pen, a brush, and so forth. So an example would be I'll click on the pen, I can adjust the width of it and change the color. So I'm going to make a simple notation, something like I'll circle San Jose and write, I'm here, LOL, right? And now what I can do with this screenshot is I can A, click on the check mark to save it, or B, I can click on the share icon and automatically send it across any platform. I can send it via Bluetooth, my Dropbox, Gmail, and text messages instantaneously. And after I send it, as you can see, when I click the X to close this out, right, because I'm going to discard the image, I'll go back home. My note icon is still saved up here. So if hypothetically I wanted to, I could also write, like, let's say for example, a phone number. I could also write down like a phone number for an example and save it as a contact. So I'm going to go ahead and clear all this, and I'll write down something like John Smith, and I'll also write down his number. And then when I click on my link to action, I can, as you can see, call, save as a contact, or text. So I'm going to click right here to save as a contact. It'll automatically open up my contacts. I can save it to my Google Drive, my Gmail, excuse me, and it shows it right here. And the note that I have is still floating around here as well. I can save it as a contact, open this up, make adjustments as I see fit. What's also really convenient about this guy, about the Note Edge I should say, is I'm also going to go into the camera feature. Let me slide this up real quick. So on the camera, what's really cool about this is that it has a selfie feature mode on it. Now, unlike most cameras, you have to click on the camera button in order to take a shot. With this one, it actually detects the heart rate sensor, so that when your finger hovers over it, it works as a shutter. An example would be something like that. On top of that, we'll go into the modes for the selfie. I can do a wide angle selfie, so if I wanted to, it'll cover a 120 degree radius or 120 degree angle. So what's really cool about some of the Note 4 features, or the Edge, is much like on our other previous S4, the S5, and the Note 4, is the dual camera feature. So what I can do here is I can grab the dual camera feature image and expand it. And I can also shrink it, right? And I can also click over here and change it to various icons, like the heart shape. And then I can take a picture of something happening as well as my reaction at the same time. Click on the button. What's also really convenient about the Edge, and I think what really separates it from a lot of from the Note 4, you could say, is going to be the quote-unquote ticker. It's on the 2.5D screen. What really separates this is if I swipe over, it actually responds in as a separate part of the screen. Some quick utilities you can do is in the very top. You'll see these two bars. I can swipe down right here, and it'll bring up various actions. So if I want to, I can click on this light, and it'll turn on the flashlight. And I can click on off, and it'll turn it off. I could also, let's say for example, I wanted to take a quick, and as you can see, it shows the dimensions. And we also have a optional voice recorder, our timer, as well as a stopwatch, all easily accessible via the side ticker. This can be used for sports with NFL related scores, as well as finances with respect to stocks. And on top of that, when the screen is off, and let's say for example you're sleeping, when you don't have to reach for the phone to turn it on, it'll give you information on the side in terms of the time, as well as if an alarm is set, and if you have any text messages or third-party notifications that pop in.
So if you really like the video, hit the like button below, and also you should subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's growing big time, and I hope you're following GizBot on Facebook, Twitter and G+. Stay tuned to GizBot and stay cool. Take care.